सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Swami, we are continuing Ramakatha Rasavahini. Swami, we are going to discuss the divine character of Lord Sri Rama. Swami, please be with us. Please speak through us. Please listen through us. Our humble salutations at your lotus feet, Swami. Sai Ram. Sai Ram, brothers and sisters. Thank you very much for joining the Sri Satya Sai Vahini Sudhamrita. Today we will be discussing about the divine character of Lord Sri Rama. Brothers and sisters, please let me know if the screen is visible. I will just share my presentation.
Sai Ram, it is visible.
Yes, Sai Ram. We will start the session.
Sai Ram, it is not in power presentation mode.
Yeah, I'll do that. 2 minutes. Sai Ram. Introduce myself. I am Mahendra Bhashyam, the IT coordinator for Sri Satya Sai Vahini Sudhamrita for all the languages of this Pan India program. Sai Ram, I also serve as a Sevadal member in Sri Satya Sai Seva Samiti of Sai Premanjali, Harikere, Bangalore. Sai Ram, I'm also the core member of the Sri Satya Sai Vahini Sudhamrita program. As part of my job, I'm working as a senior director for Hexaware Technologies. So I work for the Hexaware Technologies as a senior director. Sai Ram. This is about myself. We will start the session with the divine character of Lord Sri Rama. While we are starting this Sri Satya Sai Vahini Sudhamrita, Sai Ram, I request everyone to be in the mute, please. Both video and audio, please make sure that it is mute. While I'm discussing about where we are designing the Sri Satya Sai Vahini Sudhamrita course, as our respected Sir Sundar Anantaraman sir has told in the first session, basically while we are talking the inaugural session itself, sir has very clearly told this whole course has been divided into 3 groups, all 15 Vahinis divided into 3 groups. The first group, the group 1, which we are going to discuss throughout this year, is having the most the understandable, simplest form of Vahinis in an understanding point of view. So what are all those Vahinis? The first one is Ramakatha Rasa Vahini. Second is Bhagavata Vahini. Third is Dharma Vahini. Then fourth is Dhyana Vahini. And fifth is Prema Vahini. Later part, we will go ahead into the group 2, the little more philosophical touch, which you are already aware of it, which we have shared in the brochure. Group 2 will have the Prashanti Vahini, Sandeha Nivarini, Prashnottara Vahini, Satya Sai Vahini, and Vidya Vahini. And then the group 3 starts with Prasthanatraya, both Gita Vahini and Upanishad Vahini, and then Sutra Vahini, Jnana Vahini, Leela Kaivalya Vahini. So why I'm bringing this topic here? So this first group 1 will give you the clarity, the spiritual practices. Once a sadhaka starts a spiritual practices, then his way, how he will run through his inner journey, he will start his inner journey. That particular process has to start with a little more understanding about the divine characteristics, which has been explained by Swami in various discourses. We will get that kind of divine characteristics, basically the characters, basically in Ramakatha Rasa Vahini, Bhagavata Vahini. Now, and then we are going through the Dharma Vahini, Dhyana Vahini, Prema Vahini. Why? Because you will take basically when you as a sadhaka or when you start an aspirant in the spiritual journey, the one who we take as a role model for our life. The role model has to be taken care, basically. A cricketer, if a boy want to become a great cricketer, he will take some examples. He will take a role model. If he want to become a good batsman, he may be taking the Sachin Tendulkar or the Virat Kohli or any other the country greatest batsmen. If you want to become a bowler, it is like that. He will be taking that, the naming the major, the people who got a great fame in that particular bowling area. Likewise, a painter, an artist want to become, he will have a role model. A job holder, he's an IT professional, then he will have one role model. Likewise, a student will have a role. Likewise, every field you will have a role model, which is existing in this, basically the worldly related thing. But for a spiritual aspirant who is going through the brahmacharya, he is going through the grihastha, vanaprastha, and sannyasa dharma, when he is going through all these 4 stages, and as already his journey has started, to whom he can take as a role model? None other than our Lord Sri Rama, who stood for dharma, who showed how the dharma can be implemented, can be practiced in the human life. So the role model for any aspirant devotee, starting his spiritual journey, as a role model is Sri Rama. That is the reason the Ramakatha Rasa Vahini came first. Then how a devotee is supposed to be. From his womb to tomb, how a devotee can do his journey. That will be taught by Bhagavata Vahini. And then how you are going to implement, what are all the dharmas are there, what Swami has told. As a devotee, as an aspirant, I understood my role model, how about it be, and how I need to do a journey, how I need to connect with the Swami, that I understood in Bhagavata Vahini. Then what are all the various dharmas that to implement? Dharma Vahini will talk about it. To implement dharma, what are all the practices that I have to go through? Dhyana Vahini will talk about it. after knowing the practices and the importance of this dhyana, and then what else after getting all those things, you need to be filled with a character. End of the education is the character, as Swami always told. So here's the character of how to develop our character, how you should be full of love. That will be that will give by Premavahini. So the group 1 course material is completely our spiritual inner journey. This particular chapter, this particular Ramakatha Rasavahini will give you complete understanding about how me as a sadhaka, how I have to stand for dharma, and how my journey supposed to be. So we discussed about the inner significance of Ramayana in the first session, where in a nutshell, in a high level, if we talk about Rama is the Atma and Sita is the Brahmajnana, and as an individual, me coming away from the Brahmajnana. So to understand myself, my manas, Lakshmana, always rendering the chant and chanting the Sri Rama, and then me as a Sugriva get the discrimination, because I need to understand my divinity inside of me, and then which is identify my divinity, start my spiritual journey, which gives me so much of courage like Hanuma, and then I will cross the Bhavasagara and I will get that wisdom to merge with Swami. So the inner significance has been given very effectively by Brother Anil Kumar sir in the first session. Now we are going with the second session. The role model of this particular Ramakatha Rasavahini, divine character of Lord Sri Rama. Let's see how Lord Sri Rama, Swami has many times Swami explained about the Rama's qualities and how he became a role model. We will go ahead in the next slide. Swami very effectively explained many times the embodiment of all ideals is Lord Sri Rama. Sairam, if you don't, I'll just switch off my video and we'll continue the session. I have a little issue with the Wi-Fi here. That's the reason. I hope you are able to see my screen. Yeah. Swami very clearly told about Lord Sri Rama in many discourses. He is sweeter than the sugarcane juice, sweeter than honey, sweeter than nectar itself is the name of Rama. As you chant the name, you taste the nectarine. Such a beautifully Swami told in the Padyam on Divine Discourse on 20th April 1994. He is sweeter than the sugarcane juice, sweeter than honey, sweeter than nectar itself. As you chant the name, you taste the nectarine. See, the Paramatma, the creation of the universe, Paramatma himself has so much of love on his avatar, and he explained about in this beautiful way about Rama in many occasions. And he has so much of love towards the Sri Rama avatar. Why Paramatma told about this? So he's very sweeter than sugarcane, sweeter than honey. So the reason is Swami very clearly saying that Ramo Vigrahavan Dharmaha. He's embodiment of all ideals. Ramo Vigrahavan Dharmaha. He is the Maryada Purushottam. He is the Patita Pavana. And he is the Pitruvakya Paripalana. All the essential which supposed to be maintained by a human being is a human. As we all know that Swami has told very clearly about spirituality, means coming out of the animal qualities, coming out of the demonic qualities. I mean, you can't call it as a qualities. Basically, you're coming out of demonic features, coming out of the Pashutva and Rakshasatva, getting into Manavatva and gaining the Daivatva. See, basically going this particular path, we have to take a role model that is Maryada Purushottam Sri Ramachandra. And what need to be there? You need to be you need to go through his life, understand his life. Then we can lead our life in a better way, and we can become the best. So all ideals. Ramo Vigrahavan Dharmaha. Why Ramo Vigrahavan Dharmaha? Swami tells very clearly on 26th March 1988 during the Vrindavan discourse. Swami will tell what is Dharma. What is Dharma? Dhara iti dharmaha. Swami said Dhara iti dharmaha. This is what told in the Vedas. The Dharma definition, Dhara iti dharmaha, it's been told by Vedas. Dharma is that which sustains the world, that which upholds the world. Dharma is that which sustains the world, that which upholds the world. This is the definition of Dhara iti dharmaha, which is told in Vedas. Swami told this derivation is not adequate. So, every object in the world has got certain unique qualities. The quality that is vital essence of the object reveals its dharma. Every object in the world, it can be an Agni, it can be an iceberg, it can be air, or it can be a human or animal. Every object in the world has got certain unique qualities. The quality that is the vital essence of the object, that reveals its dharma. For example, if you take fire, what is that fire bears with it? If you think about fire, what is that fire bears with it? That fire bears with it heat and light. It will give heat and also the light. Only when heat and light are present, then only you will regard it as an Agni or fire. Likewise, if it is not present, say think that heat is not there, light is not there, then what is that? It is just a piece of charcoal and it is not a fire. So this object fire bears with heat and light, and it has, whenever it has that, it is present, then you will treat that as a Agni or fire. Likewise, the ice. If you take an ice piece, I mean a piece of ice, or you call it as a iceberg, or you can call it ice cube. What is its form? It's white. It is cold. If it is not cold, it will cease to be an ice only. The ice dharma basically it looks white, transparent sometimes, and it is also cold, very cold. If the coldness is not there, it is not nice. Likewise, principle of sugar is a sweetness. If there is no sweetness, it won't be treated as sugar at all. Now come to the human. In the same manner, for a man, the quality of ananda that flows from his heart is inherent dharma. So ananda is his inherent dharma. It is not santosha, it is ananda. The quality of ananda has to be maintained by a human. When you will have ananda, when you are with a full of love, karuna, if you have compassionate, you are compassionate, you are full of love, you have a selfless attitude, that particular features will give you ananda to be there. Along with that, you always be with the Satchitananda. You are in Satchitananda means you are always is with God. You are always connected with God. So that is the inherent dharma. That's what a human will have it. Now come to the topic. Ramo Vigrahavan Dharmaha. Always Swami ensured that dharma has been taken care. Since he has taken the human form, the dharma has been taken care. Whatever the role he is playing, whether he is a brother, he is a son, he is a father, basically as a husband, as an enemy, every role he followed the dharma, ensured that ananda has been, that particular love has been maintained, and ensured that that role has been fulfilled as per the responsibility. So that's the reason Swami very clearly told in this, he's a very embodiment of righteousness. Rama is the very embodiment of righteousness. Rama Vigrahavan Dharmaha. The Divine Discourse on 26th March 1988. So this gives the clarity for us in a daily life. Say, for example, from the morning prayer, if you look into the 9-point code of conduct, if you take from the first code of conduct is from the morning prayer, and you run through your journey in the daily life, starting from your connectivity with your family, going ahead with your office activities, ensuring that activities are taken care with love and also the compassion, and ensuring that role has been fulfilled with the responsibilities, with your own responsibilities, and connecting, how it is by connecting with Swami. This particular dharma has to be maintained. Why love? Because I will not have any kind of, say for example, the person who's doing that particular job, I need not to have this Arishad Varga on that particular, the team you are working with, the stakeholders you are working with. You need not to have that Arishad Varga. With the love only you will be sharing, you are working and you are completing your daily activity. So in our daily life, this dhara iti dharmaha, that dharma has been maintained as part of our human quality. If we start attaining that, as Swami always told, if you put one step towards me, I will take 10 steps. I may take another 100 steps or 1000 steps also. As per the requirement, Swami himself will take that. So we need to start that particular practices. So Ramo Vigrahavan Dharmaha is very embodiment of righteousness. Rama is very embodiment of righteousness. That is how he is the role model. Now the next one will go to that Maryada Purushottama. Swami gives a beautiful example on the Purushottama on 17th August 1964. Divine Discourse, 17th August 1964. Swami tell about the Purushottama. Who is Purushottama? Swami say, see, the Purusha. Who is Purusha? Purusha Uttama, Purushottama. So the Purusha, this is not related to any gender. It's a kind of mankind, Purusha. Who Purusha had consciousness filling in the entire body. Purusha has had a consciousness filling the entire body. Meaning, if I will take a Sevadal member of Sri Sathya Sai Seva organization, he has a consciousness filling in the entire body. He has a selfless service attitude. He has so much of love in him. He'll be doing that service with his consciousness, connecting with the Swami. The Purusha is the one who had a consciousness filling in the entire body. He's doing that activity with understanding about connecting with Swami at that Atmic nature. He's going with that Atmic nature. And who is Purushottama? Swami tells very clearly, the path, the Purusha to become Purushottama, the path is yoga, jnana, one by action and devotion to God. The path is yoga, jnana, one by action and devotion to God. Very clearly, if I take in a reverse way, saying that action, devotion, and wisdom. Those who is become, and his Purushottama is, if it is Purusha is filling the entire body, Purushottama has consciousness filling and activating the entire universe. So entire universe, we need to understand this particular, basically. Say, for example, the Purushottama, again, I'll repeat this and then we will go to the discussion. Consciousness filling and activating the entire universe. So he is giving the inspiration to all Purusha to do that. The Purusha is taking the feeling consciousness in the entire body. Me as a Sevadal member. So during this, say in a tsunami, a Sevadal member somewhere in the Tamil Nadu Kadalur district, if he is serving to the dead bodies, for the selfless service, he is picking thus all the bodies and then doing the service. What way he is doing? Selfless love he is doing. Selfless service he is doing, has a love, has a connect to the Swami. To whom he has connected? The one, the divine power, the Paramatma, by taking him as inspiration, by connecting with him with so much of devotion and jnana, and he is doing this karma. Likewise, somewhere in New York, somewhere in Philippines, across the world, the person who is doing with so much of selfless service, with so much love, by connecting to Swami and doing this particular activity. So that Swami is giving the entire universe, he is feeling that consciousness. He is called Purushottama. Me as a Purusha, feeling my consciousness as a Sevadal member, doing the service with selfless service, with love, and taking him as my inspiration, connecting him as a divine Paramatma, as a Paramatma. So that Paramatma. So Rama is Purushottama. This is what Swami is telling on 17th August 1964 Divine Discourse. And Purushottama, what kind of Purushottama? Maryada Purushottama. He is the inspiration for many lakhs, crores of devotees. And Swami is also telling that your action, devotion, and wisdom towards God. To do that particular things, you should not scatter your jiva. You should not scatter your five senses in different directions. You should combine those are all five senses. All the five senses. You have to make sure that it is together. You are doing the work. Your karmendriyas, gyanendriyas need to be focused and then doing that job, the selfless service activity. If you are doing that, then it is filling consciousness, filling the entire body and doing that. So Swami very clearly told, like this particular Purushottama is the one who is inspiring all these Purushas, because he is their entire universe. So Swami very clearly told Sri Rama is Maryada Purushottama. If you look into it, lot of Narayana Sevas keep happening from past 1 month, and this 100th birthday centenary celebrations, lot of activities are happening. Ekadasa Rudra Parayana, Narayana Seva, and various bhajan activities, and so much of study circle, all happening. That's inspiration is the Purushottama. When Rama was there, as a Lord Sri Rama, the Rama Setu, complete Rama Setu while he's constructing the Rama Setu from Rameshwaram to Lanka, all the Vanara Sainya, all that soldiers are Vanara Sainya, is taking Rama's name and then they have done. All that selfless service activity is inspiration from Lord Sri Rama. And taking Lord Sri Rama's name, so many devotional activities are happened across the world. Still, that inspiration is given by the Purushottama. So the man who is giving that inspiration is Purushottama. Swami has told about Maryada Purushottama. When he lived, all that qualities has been maintained by Lord Sri Rama. Sairam. We will go to the third concept, that is Patita Pavana. Lord Sri Rama was the redeemer of the fallen. On 25th May 1992, Divine Discourse, and also 20th April 1994, Swami has given the embodiment of all ideals, some of the concepts Swami told about Lord Sri Rama. In this, the Patita Pavana, redeemer of all the fallen, he redeemed and gave salvation to Shabari, Guha, and Jatayu. Think about the three characteristics, basically the characters. Shabari was earning for, basically earning for the arrival of Ramachandra. She has been, she is coming under the, she is living in the forest, defend the various people, on the instruction, and also the Sattvic sages has given in divine directions to her. to reach God. So in a sattvic nature, she started living, craving for Lord Sri Rama. It's Bhagavan, basically, from the Bhagavan. So looking for the Bhagavan. And completely she is now connected with Bhagavan, looking for his darshan. All her life she has lived for his darshan. So, and she is deeply always absorbed in the contemplation of Rama's name and in all places. So, Rama responded. Lord Sri Rama came to her inmost prayers, and she will come, and he will come to the ashrama, to the forest, and at the end, he merged herself in Rama. So he gave he is the redeemer of the fallen. He has given the, like Patita Pavana. He has given salvation to, basically, to Shabari. At the same time, Guha, the forest chief, his whole life as a forester, now life as a forester only, was filled with various, as a forest, so various acts will be there, which is tamasic, which is rajasic. So when he is doing all these activities, what happens is basically like Lord Sri Rama, while he is coming, while during his exile, he has to cross the river. Then Guha will come with a boat, and he'll make sure that they are crossed the river. So he belongs to so basically, and he always had a connect with Lord Sri Rama. With that, so much of compassion, the compassionate Lord Sri Rama has given the blessings to Guha, and then he did that particular service, and he also got a salvation from Lord Sri Rama. The third one is Jatayu. See, we are all known about all these stories, but just let's kind of remind these things and connect with Lord Sri Rama. Jatayu is also, though he belongs to the bird family, Jatayu is very much in connect with Lord. Was eagerly waiting for Lord Sri Rama. Swami told very clearly, like now Rama was like he earned to serve Rama and was eagerly waiting for the arrival of Rama from the day Rama entered in the forest. When he fell mortally wounded and succumbed to the injuries, Lord Rama performed the last rituals of Jatai. Such a beautiful, like, the life is when he left the body at the feet of Lord Sri Rama. And Rama has given the salvation to Jatai. So the Patita Pavana, so whoever the devotees, basically is chanting his name, ensure he connected with him, looking for him, he has given the darshan, he has served them, he gave the salvation to those devotees. We will also discuss about the Hanuma and the Lord Sri Rama's, the devotion of Hanuma in the last concept. We have a concept for divine character of Hanuman. There we will discuss. The Hanuma is also the same. The devotee who has been treated as Bhagavatottama. Though he belongs to the he belongs to the monkeys family, and he himself had a steadfastness, very stable mind towards Lord Sri Rama, earning for his darshan. If we look into it, they both take some kind of, in the same time intervals, if they take the birth also, he will be waiting until Rama enter into Kishkinda. And then his connect with Lord Rama in physical, in person will happen, the physical form. And he'll continue he becomes the Bhagavatottama. And then he was always, until the devotion, self-service is there, he is the Chiranjeevi in this universe. That's what Swami has blessed him. So the Patita Pavana is the another jewel, basically the another ideal from, he is the ideal man for Lord Rama. And the last one is Pitruvakya Paripalana. What Swami has told. The Pitruvakya Paripalana, beautifully, like he is the ideal son. We will go to the concept ideal son. There we can discuss in more about it. Pitruvakya Paripalana. Every family requires Swami. These are all the words from Swami on 20th April 1994. Every family requires an ideal son. On the eve of coronation, Rama chose to go to forest as an exile in accordance with the command of his royal father. In carrying out of injunctions of the father, Rama stands out as the supreme exemplar. The day of coronation, basically, the day when it is coronation is going to happen, on that day, when father told, no, it is not the coronation, you have to go to the forest. Immediately he accepts and immediately he carry out whatever the injunctions has been given by the father, the commands has given by the father, accordingly he will stands out. And then he stands out as a supreme exemplar. So Pitruvakya Paripalana. So these are all the main four things which Swami has mentioned about the embodiment of all ideals, Lord Sri Ram. If we look into our daily life also, we can these are all can be very much connected. A sadhaka who takes as a Lord Sri Rama, a Swami himself as his ideal person, basically role model. These are all things what happened in the Grihastha Dharma, how he stood for that. These kind of things are all basic. These are all elements which need to be practiced, implemented. Sairam. So when we go to these four concepts, and then these are all about Rajmo, Vigrahaman, Dharmaha, Maryada, Purushottama, and Patita Pavana, Pitruvakya Paripalana. Swami also very, in fact, Swami explained. Sorry, I think my screen is moving. Yeah. Swami explained. Sri Rama is an ideal personality as an ideal son, devoted husband, virtuous king, compassionate brother. Not mentioned here the ideal son, basically, but there are four things. One is ideal son, ideal devoted husband, virtuous king, compassionate brother. How he is ideal son. Brothers and sisters, I'm not sure where you might have gone through the chapter 11 by this time, but please go through it. You might have if you are completing 4 chapters per week religiously, then you might have completed the 11th chapter. If you are still behind the schedule, please go through the chapter 11. It gives you the clarity about how Swami has explained about his Ramavatara and how he has, as an ideal son, how he spoke, how he stood on his dharma. When he go with, when Dasharatha calls, Sumantra comes to the Rama's, home, and then when he say that Maharaja is looking for you, and Sri Rama go to Dasharatha's home. By that time, Dasharatha is in a different attire. You can see the script, how the way Swami has explained in chapter 11. By looking at Dasharatha, Lord Sri Rama will ask, oh, and the father is already with the yesterday's clothes. He's not with the fresh, he's not wearing the fresh clothes. And he is completely, no, there is no light in his face. So much, he's crying a lot. He's not in he's weeping like anything. So he's not at all in a right manner. The moment Lord Sri Rama see his father, the first thing is what he will tell to Dasharatha, "Oh, Father, tell me, why do you lament so? What's the cause?" Here no the best one. I will dedicate my very life to restoring your bliss. Tell me what has caused this grief. Don't weep. The statement, the sentence, I will dedicate my very life to restoring your bliss. Tell me what has caused this grief. The one which is coming out of from a son, so much of love on his father. Again, he will also tell to Kaika Mata, saying that I am overcome with grief since I am unable to understand the reason of her father's agony. I'll do whatever is needed to bring joy back to him, however hard it may be, however painful. I will discharge his command to the full, most loyally, with bowed head. See, the way how the Swami has explained about Lord Sri Rama, the best features as a son, beautifully, if we look into our daily lives, it is very hard nowadays with the situations to the way how our living standards, the world standards, or the country, wherever it is, the locations, wherever it is, the location, the dharma, righteousness, basically upholding the righteousness and also practicing that is not that becoming easy. And we are also seeing that various news and also in our life also we are seeing various unrightful actions going on. But here this is the scenario the scene which you and the whatever Lord Sri Rama spoke, whatever Lord Sri Rama is talking about, these are all things will directly hit our heart, basically. However painful, I will discharge his command to the full, most loyally, with bowed head. Whoever is born, the father is the cause of his birth. Therefore, the father is everyone's visible God. I seek nothing higher than his happiness. Have compassion on me. Tell me what happened. So much of grief is there. It's unknown. I mean, basically, he's not expressing, but he is very committed, and then he'll be talking to them. And also, he will say, Father always wishes the best for me. He blesses me always and desires that I progress ever. He's the greatest seer. For me, he is not only the father, but the preceptor who teaches the highest path. The Lord himself has taken the human form and he is giving the directions how to live with your parents. And he's talking like this, saying that Father always wishes the best for me. He blesses me always and desires that I progress ever. He's a great seer. And Swami himself is telling he's not only the father, but the preceptor who teaches the highest path. It's all directions to us. So the ideal son, basically, so he is giving so many inputs to us, basically. With all these things, Swami as as Ramavatar, as an ideal son. That's why Swami has told. Also, the last three lines he will tell, what responsibility and duty I other than conferring joy on him, who is both father and a teacher. This is my dearest duty, my dharma. After he learned that he has to go to the forest for 14 years, then this statement Swami is giving. And this is what his Swami is telling, what responsibility and duty have I other than conferring joy on him, who is both father and teacher to me. This is my dearest duty, my dharma. And this statement is very profound. I will derive immense spiritual bliss in the forest for 14 years. Not merely 14. If father's wish is such, I'm prepared to live all my life in the forest itself. Friends, these are all the, basically it has been told by Swami. The Lord Rama himself wrote about his Ramayana. And Rama is, whatever he spoke with Darshanatha, he is penned in this, as a Ramakatha Rasavahini. See, that's such beautiful, profound statements. This is my dearest duty, my dharma. I will derive immense spiritual bliss in the forest for 14 years. Not merely 14. If father's wish is such, I'm prepared to live all my life in the forest itself. That's the ideal son. And also the Kausalya Mata. With mother also, he told very profound way. Mother, he go to Kausalya Mata and he will tell mother, if you promise not to grieve, I'll tell you one thing. And he held her hands in his very firmly. And he will say, this will endow me, you and our entire family and dynasty with imperishable glory. He's going to tell that I'm going for a forest for 14 years. I'm not going to become a prince. So it's very clear that to convey that to the mother as an ideal son, what he's doing, he's holding her hands in him and he's telling that please don't cry. I'm going to tell one thing. This will endow me, you, and entire family and dynasty itself, imperishable glory it will give you. So don't give room for any anxiety, doubt, or distress. Agree to it with alacrity and affection. Swami is also saying that as resolved to cry, Father, I have to obey my father's command. He has resolved to crown by my brother Bharata. He has resolved to send me in the habiliments of the hermit into the Dandaka forest for 14 years. I have bowed his command and I came to take your leave. Such a beautiful manner he has explained to mother. Whatever I'm going to do, it will give you imperishable to entire dynasty itself, family and dynasty itself, imperishable glory. and you give me, no, please hold on, don't cry. Father has told like this. He has resolved to crown my brother. He has resolved to send me in the habiliments, basically habiliments of a hermit into the Dandaka forest for 14 years. I bore his command and I came to take your leave. That's it. Simply way. So in all these senses, if we, when we look into all these, the way how Lord Rama approached both Dasharatha, Kaika Mata, Kausalya Mata, and how he discussed, the way how he explained, is completely the ideal son. There are so many, so it's basically, instead of looking into the worldly pleasures, look into the pleasure which your father is getting. The ananda is good. If it is anand, it is giving ananda to your father, please go for that. Your nature as a Purusha, be in ananda and give ananda to others. So that's what he completely did it as an ideal son. Now we go into basically ideal brother. See, on the brotherhood, we have a separate section that is called the significance of dialogue, inner significance of dialogue between the Lord Sri Rama and Bharata. That's a separate session where we will have a detailed discussion about the brotherhood, basically between Lord Sri Rama's brotherhood and also the both Bharata and Lord Sri Rama. We also have another session about Lakshmana's surrender or Lakshmana's Saranagati. This is also another session is there where we will be detailed discussion is about the brotherhood, not only the characters of Bharata and Lakshmana, also discuss about the brotherhood. So we will touch here about ideal brother. What Swami has told, 25th May 1992, the discourse on 25th May 1992, Swami told Lord Rama was a Pranava itself, complete Pranavanadha. The sound, whatever the Pranavanada, which has emerged from Swami during the creation. So the Pranavanada itself is Rama, that Swami is telling. In that Pranavanada, as we say Omkara, right? A-U-M in English. Om. In our Jyoti Dhyana discussions, practices, sessions, you might have went through all these things. And also we are aware of what is that Omkara, Upasana and Omkara related discussions might have done many times in the study circle. In that in the Omkara are the three brothers. Lakshmana is A, Bharata is U, Shatrughna is Together, Omkara is Pranavanada is Lord Rama. So Swami very effectively told about the ideal brother. I'm coming into that slide. Sorry, somehow it's no. Yeah. So Swami told very clearly, Sri Rama, being the eldest, was a perfect role model with all virtues of brotherhood. Was loving, sharing, caring, patient, and an understanding eldest brother. Even during the practices, during his Vidyashrama, during the practice, as a son of kings, when they are doing the practices, he also explains about the Daya, Karuna to his brothers. So he was giving so loving, sharing, and also is a kind of a teacher to his his brothers. He was a perfect role model, all virtues of brotherhood, what Swami has taught. So like as we discussed is the Pranavanada in that are the brothers. That's what Swami is told. Swami also explains many times in the Ramakatha Rasavahini. Swami say appreciates his responsibility as an elder brother. He deliberately lost games to his brothers to give joy to them. He deliberately lost games to his brothers so that the small boy is getting so much of happiness, and he derived immense pleasure in spreading happiness. Swami also very clearly told, Lord Sri Rama openly declares it is impossible to get like a brother, Lakshmana. As we said, when we discussed about Rama himself is an Atma, Lakshmana has been treated as Manas. And this Manas is completely thinking of Lord Sri Rama itself, always in the thoughts. So it is more like it is impossible to get like a brother like Lakshmana, means it's more inseparable characters both. Sri Rama. So basically, and so while Bharata is taking care of the Bharata, though it has been announced as the king, but he is keeping Sri Rama Padukas, Sri Rama's slippers, keeping his as Lord Padukas as a king at the crown, and then he is living in a sattvic nature, whereas Shatrughna taken the commitment of protecting the Ayodhya. So Lord Rama appreciates the capabilities and commitment of brother Shatrughna also. And the other part is Swami advises Bharata, Rama advises Bharata how important all four brothers should commit to the dharma, should very much they have to commit to the righteousness, this dharma, and the words given to them by them to Dasharatha. All that whatever the father has given the commandments, it has to be followed. It is their dharma. It is very clearly Swami told. And Swami also told advice on proper governance methods for a prosperous Ayodhya. So he's a very ideal brother, even when Bharata come and then plead him, saying that to come back. All these, the situations, Lakshmana becoming angry and then want to take it in a different direction, while consoling Lakshmana. In all this way, he stood as an ideal brother. Swami explains the ideal husband. There will be frequently asked questions related to Sri Rama. We can discuss those particular points after this. After discussing these concepts, I will discuss after this, basically prior to the question and answer hour. So, is the ideal husband. Swami respected Sita for all her action, even times of adversities. This is the most thing which most of us as a grihastha, very difficult, the situations where the spouse, obeying spouse commands, and also accepting and respecting spouse actions in our daily life, basically. Right? Who's a husband or wife in our daily life. So, see, Swami is very clearly saying that Lord Sri Rama respected Sita for all her actions, even in times of adversities. So, such an ideal, wife and husband, they both are. He's basically like, as many times it has been told by Swami in various discourses. Though Dasharatha and Janaka came and the marriage is happening even after the garlanding of each other's, even after the Kanyadana, even after the saying that no Dasharatha, until Dasharatha says, yes, she is my daughter-in-law, Rama has not looked at Sita at all. As we discussed in the first session, Swami, our brother, beloved brother, Anil Kumar sir has already told, discussed on this. Not looked at, her. So because the moment there are so many questions has come actually on this point, I had received some questions during the WhatsApp itself. How come is it practicable? Is it practice? Is it possible when the dating and all such kind of things are going on? But we need to understand one particular principle here. See, for example, for example, if I start looking her as my wife, as she's my fiancé, is going to be my wife, then your Arishad Varga will waken up. But she has not yet is your wife. You are not yet married to her. When the Arishad Varga waken up, basically, it's your thought process will go in a different directions. Swami is giving the direction here, giving the inputs such kind of manner. Consider looking at whether other woman is a sin means basically he has not, though he has done the Kanyadana, though he married, all that ritual process is completed. Until Dasharatha says okay, then only he looked at Sita. After that only he looked at Sita as a wife, basically, and looked at Sita, and then of course the next. So the thing is, I just picked up the perception is like that. The moment you think that she's the fiancé and she's wife going to be your wife, the inside of the basically the Arishad Varga will waken up. So he has not given any such kind of chance. He is giving us to input as a role model. He is giving that input also. And also he ensured that upheld family values and character. Always he stood about his related to the Kshatriya Dharma when it is a Kshatriya Dharma and it has been taken care. And Sri Rama and Mother Sita are the ideals for the humanity. That's what Swami very clearly told in the discourses. This one separate session is there, the dialogues between Lord Sri Rama and Lord Sita Devi. There is separate session. In that, we will have a detailed discussion about Lord Sri Rama and Sita's relationship and between their connect, basically how they stood for Dharma. Sairam. So, and another point we'll say, but another one, what Lord Sri Rama, a personality with sterling characteristics. Though Lord Sri Rama, lifted he picked up the Shivadhanas, and then though he has succeeded, to pick up the Shivadhanas and then also it has been broken, though it is preliminary things are completed in the Swayamvaram, but still he has not agreed. He told very clearly to set he wants his parents' prior approval for the marriage with Sita. So we discussed about the second point. Rama refrains to even look at Sita when Dasharatha introduces to him and her, and after the rituals only, and he waited all the marriage formalities are over, completed, then only he looked at Sita. As we discussed, these various family traditions and values were given prominence by Rama. Now we'll come to the next one as ideal king. Look at Udyoga Dharma, basically, if you look into that particular point of view. You, as a seeker, as a devotee of Sri Satya Sai, when we are going through this daily life, as an ideal king, as ideal employee of your organization or ideal way how we need to live in this Udyoga Dharma, and see Sri Rama as an ideal king. Rama priority was Ayodhya's happiness and happiness of his citizens. Kosala Rajya. As a king, he has to ensure the Raja Dharma has been taken care. Meaning all the people of Ayodhya is happy. Here Ayodhya means the Kosala Rajyam is basically is with happiness, and all the citizens need to be in Ananda. Because he himself is a Purushottama. It's the basic thing is the Ananda. I want to give the Ananda to everyone. So it was for his first priority. Look at his life. When he was a very young boy, and he's looking at Ayodhya as a, before becoming the prince, he go into Ayodhya, basically in the city. He will have a round in city, and he will come, and he will have so many questions to make them how I will. There are a couple of people are little distressed. There are a couple of people are not so much happy. He saw all those things, and then he'll come back to the kingdom and then the palace, and he will be thinking of it, how to make everyone in Anand. Understanding that the sage Vasistha, he will come to Raj Rama and then say, Swami, I know what you are thinking of it. The young boy, Lord Sri Rama. Let me explain about, don't think basically your thinking process is going to make them happy, but I will tell you how this thinking process will go on. And by telling that, sage Vasistha explains about the mind, how the mind will think. He explains in 3,200 slokas, which has been called as Vasishta Gita, Vasishta Ramayana. There is a lot of names are there. While he's explaining to Lord Sri Rama, all the many people, all the people of Ayodhya will be there in the Sabha Mandapa. Within that, and many invisible Yaksha Kannara Gandharva also will be there. The Devatas will be there in the invisible manner. And then they will be listening that Vasishta Ramayana, Vasishta Gita, which talks about the mind. So he has given as a small boy, young boy, as a king, one of the upcoming king. He gives chance to the sages also to explain about everything about mind and to make sure that everyone can understand and be in the Ananda. Is first time in the whole universe in the history where the Paramatma has given to a chance to the sage to explain about the mind to him, actually. Right? He has not given any, always in Gita, only in Krishnavadara, Swami has given Bhagavad Gita, as told, and also to Uddhava Gita. After that, Swami, only in this avatar, Sri Satya Sai avatar, only Swami told about discourses. He also wrote about the books. But in Rama avatar, Swami has done in a reverse way. He has given chance to the sage to explain about the mind to him himself. Just as as an action, the great acting has done by as a in the human form in his Leela, as part of his Leela, has given that chance so that all the people can understand that and be in Ananda. So upcoming king itself, before becoming the prince himself, he has done that act. And also, he also go to to along with Vishwamitra to the Aranya for the yagna, to ensure that the yagnas, as a savior of yagnas, and he will do his duty as a Kshatriya Dharma. By the time even he is not the prince, no coronation has been done. No, so he also do that activity. So he's always wished to do good, even at personal suffering endured him to the people, which we are very much aware of it. The Uttar Ramayana. So that is the reason it has been called as Rama Rajya. In that Rajya, everyone is in Ananda. Ananda means you will have your own sufferings for this body. You might be having your karma palita point of view, you might be doing some activities, but you are in Ananda, accepting all your karma palitas and going through it in that particular Rajya. That is called Rama Rajya. Everyone is with full of wisdom and with Ananda, going with that Ananda. Sairam. So, Rama is an ideal enemy. See, usually enemy means both the other person, those who are enemies, both will be having the full of Arishad Vargas. Unless you have the Arishad Varga, you cannot, have so much of Krodha. You cannot show so much of Krodha. You cannot show so much of, you should have also, basically jealousy supposed to be there. Everything with that only, you will have so much of agony on the other person and you will fight with them. But this enemy is different. He's full of Karna Rasa and Kshama Guna. Whatever the agraha he has is dharma agraha. The people, those who are going if he is not in a righteous manner, to keep him in a righteous manner, only he showed his anger. I mean, the anger of dharma. Basically, he is shown that dharma graha only. But he is full of karuna rasa and kshama. Because he has a divine form, he is basically as Paramatma. He showed all his karuna rasa to everyone, on every enemy. When Vibhishana come, basically he accepted and he blessed him. We also go one by one, basically. See, as a small boy, when the young boy went along with Vishwamitra, when Tataki come to disturb the yaga, as a savior, he has to kill Tataki, the Rakshasi, what we can say, the demon. But he will hesitate because she is in the form of woman, Stree. He cannot kill a Stree, basically, or woman. So he will hesitate. But again, he will get convinced, since they are there against to the righteousness, giving problems to giving issue, basically to the yaga. So as a savior, he will do his dharma. Also, knowing the glory of Lord Sri Rama, Maricha himself will take the golden deer form, and he is ready to get killed in the hands of Lord Rama itself. He opts to die in the hands of Lord. So even the demons know the glory of Lord Sri Rama. He will take that particular form because he is in the transformation process. Though he has a demonic qualities, but in the transformation process, he identified the divinity in Lord Sri Rama, and then he will go in the form of the golden deer and he will get killed. While he's leaving the body, also he will chant Lord Rama's name. And they frequently ask a question: how come Lord Rama has killed Vali from a tree? So Rama encounter with Vali, he's here also the same thing. The righteousness, against the righteousness, whoever is not following the dharma, though he has a sattvic qualities, though he has very much the Vali, he is very basically God-feared personality. And though he is going through though he is so much of Balavanta, who is having so much power, strength, but he has been killed by Rama. Here Rama has obeyed, given the respect to the boon got by Vali. Vali has a boon that whoever comes opposite to him, he will get the half of the opposite person's strength. That boon has been given to Vali. Rama want to give respect to that boon. At the same time, he also want to basically eradicate Vali because he is not in a righteous way. As per the Treta, he is in the righteous way. So that dharma has not been followed. So though the ideal enemy, though he has the Karuna Rasa, though he is the embodiment of love, but still he removed him basically because he is not in a righteous way. So Rama supports Sugriva, kills Vali, and makes him king. At the time of end, this Vali will have his own self-realization. He will bow to God, and then he will leave the body at Rama's feet itself. So it's very clear, like he's an ideal enemy. Even with encounter with Ravana also. As we have so many bhajans where Ranadhira, and like Swami's, so many Rama bhajans we will say. Though Rama did the ferocious way, the war completely, the people, the adharma, which is while he's removing adharma, and he will kill Ravana. After that encounter, we are all aware of that. He will send Lakshmana to Ravana and ask him to learn the governance of kingdom. So he know the qualities of each and every person, though he is by in the form of righteousness, he is an enemy, but still he showed his love, his compassion on every enemy who has been. So Lord Rama is ideal enemy also. So such a beautifully Swami is like explained Rama in various manners basically. So again, the potential point of view Swami is told about Lord Rama's popularity and magnanimity. All Ayodhya people used to have so much of adoration towards Lord Rama. If you see the Ramakatha Rasavahini, you are going through the chapter 11, chapter 12, you will see the Ayodhya people, whenever Rama come out in the chariot, every people will start, they are all gathered in groups until his coronation is completed. So the celebration started the previous day itself when Dasharatha decides to do the coronation. Then all the Ayodhya, the people will come into the groups and then they will be doing the celebrations. In that chapter, you will see when Sumantra come and then ask Rama to come, like Maharaja is waiting. Then the moment he takes chariot, all the people will be, giving slogans, praising Rama, because they are not aware what is happening. But whenever they saw Rama, they'll full. So if you look into Rama's, whenever he go to sages, everyone is full of love, showing full of love towards him. Lord Brahmarshi Vishwamitra himself will come and then ask for Rama as a savior for the. The reason is so many sages are waiting for his darshan. So that is the basically, like we discussed about the Patita Pavana, the salvation to Shabari, Guha, and Jatayu. And many are there basically, but we picked up 3 characters. So in the Ayodhya people, sages across the kingdom, when Rama and Lakshmana get into the Sabha Mandapa of Janaka Maharaja, the Jnani of Janaka Maharaja himself will have so much of adoration towards Lord Sri Rama the moment he saw him. So that magnanimity, that popularity is there with this divine avatar. And the bravery, we are aware that the very young boy went for as a savior for Yajna. Bravery is not only the one which is the physical strength, the dhairya what you will get when you are very much connected with divine form, when you are very much connected with Lord Sri Satya Sai. What fear will come? What we are when Swami himself has told, why fear when I am here? That bravery will be there. Because you connect with, you are doing your karma action without expecting any result, and you are having that particular righteousness, you need not to fear anything. The bravery will be there. So here the Lord himself has taken the human form. Obviously, the righteousness that will give you the so much, basically that bravery will be there. And kindness, he has given so much of kind enough to give salvation to many sages and the people during this avatar. Even the small squirrel want to do service to the God. We are all went through various concepts. We are all might have discussed during these study circles on these particular concepts. He will do the justice. He has a obedience. Think about the Vasishtha Ramayana scene when sage Vasishtha is coming and then giving that particular, Vasishtha Ramayana, when he's talking about, with so much of obedience to the Guru, he has listened. Likewise, he has given so much, he showed so much of obedience to all 3 mothers, and also to the father and to the mother-in-law and father-in-law. So much of obedience he has been shown. And so much of patience also. The patience, think about the time when he killed Vali and brother, and Sugriva has done, the coronation has been done. And after that, so much of time he took in search of Sita. During that time also, he has maintained so much of patience. And he has showed universal love on everyone. He's committed to his duty. All these qualities, if we think about it, basically, Swami is telling that is the reason he is ideal personality for any sadhaka, for any aspirant, for any devotee. The first one, the role model is Lord Sri Rama. As a small young boy, as a brother, as a young son, and also as a giving teachings to his brothers, an ideal husband, king, enemy. In all roles, he has very much potential, and he has so much. He showed all his uh, effective qualities. If we look into the Ramayana, in all those 7 kandas, Balakanda, Rama spread joy and happiness. In Ayodhya Kanda, Rama led a disciplined life. As we discussed, how as a small boy, young boy, he's ruling, and then he studied the Vasishtha Ramayana. When he is listened to that, and then he is obedient to everyone, and he used all the Ayodhya people are basically so much of adoration on him. And Aranyakanda, he developed equanimity, Guha. He will go to Bharadwajama ashrama. He treat everyone in the same manner. So and even Shabari, Jatayu, Maricha, he shows equanimity basically, Aranyakanda. Kishkindakanda, choose a proper friend and destroy the destroy the negativities. Diwali's and making Angada as a part of this the Vanara's kingdom, and making choose a proper friend for Sugriva basically. And in the Sundarskanda, it's a total surrenderness is there, where Swami, he gives the blessings to Lord Hanuma. The Lord Hanuma is completely surrendered to him, and the Bhakta become Bhagavanta in that time. As we all know that though there are so many devotees, so many Bhagavatottamas, Prahlada, Vyasa, you calling it Narada Maharshi, Garuda, many people, many devotees, Ambarisha, so many are there, but only one devotee has a temple as a god. That devotee is Bhagavatottama Hanuman. With his devotion on Lord Sri Rama only, he got that so much of glory, and then he personification or manifestation of service and love and devotion. So total surrenderness he has done. So Sundarakanda is the one. Yuddhakanda, win over all the negativities. And Uttarakanda, reaching the God is the goal. That's merging into Swami is the goal. These are all the different messages Lord Rama has given in these 7 kandas of Lord and of Sri Ramayana. In all this way, the divine character of Lord Sri Rama is a role model for all of us in our daily life. We know how we went through all our life, but these are all the situations where when we study, we will get an inspiration to transform ourselves as much as in the best way. Sai Ram, brothers and sisters, thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to talk about the divine character of Lord Sri Rama. Sai Ram. And the last, I just want to give, there are so many Rama mantras. Om Sri Ramaya Namaha is Rama Mula mantra. And Ramataraka mantra, Sri Rama Jaya Jaya Rama. And there is another mantra, Sri Rama Gayatri, Om Dasharathaya Vidmahi, Sita Vallabhaya Dhimahi, Tanno Rama Prachodayat. And we also have Sri Rama Dhyana mantra, Om. This particular Dhyana mantra is basically during the Japa, basically, and Karatram and Dataram, Sarva Samparam, and Yoga Vihiramam, and Sri Ramam bhuyo bhuyo namayudham. Namamyaham. Saira. So all these Rama mantras, apart from that, we also have Rama mantra and Sri Rama Rama Rameti Rami 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 Sahasranama Tattulyam Ramanama Varana. Sai Ram. Humble salutations to at the lotus feet of Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai, and humble salutations to all the brothers and sisters. Thank you very much for giving this opportunity. Sai Ram. Now we will go ahead with the QA sessions. Sai Ram, brothers and sisters. Regarding to the Siksha portal and any administrative things, we will take up later. Here later means first we will give the priority to the question and answers for this concept, and after that we will go on the discussion. Sai Ram. Sister Mandavi, can you please put your question, please?
Sai Ram, brother.
Sai Ram, Sai Ram.
Actually, brother, you elaborated Purushottama, this term, so beautifully. But the only thing is, what is the meaning of Maryada here? Please elaborate Maryada. And one more thing is there. At the end, you shared means a couple of shlokas like Rama Rama Rameti and that which ends with Bhuyo Bhuyo Namamyaham. So these both shlokas are part of Sri Rama Raksha Stotram. And Sri Rama Raksha Stotram is the one which provides us fearlessness, which eliminates all the fear, and whenever we are afraid, whenever we are driving, whenever we are alone, especially for children, it is very, very good to cultivate means fearlessness, courage, bravery. And that's why Sri Rama Raksha Stotram is taught in every single household across Maharashtra. So just wanted to share, and please, brother, elaborate. I request to elaborate Maryada term.
So the Maryada part is basically, see, Purushottama, we have the clarity about the Purushottama, who is giving you the inspiration to do all that adoration, basically do that selfless love and then do that devotion, and with action and selfless love, devotion, and the wisdom which we are showing while doing the activity for the Purusha, who is giving the inspiration. Here, Maryada means basically he is so much of respect he is giving to that particular each devotee who is getting, connecting with him. We can take the Sabari's example. See, there also is completely Maryada Purushottam. You can take an example of sage Vasishtha. You can take an example of sage Vishwamitra. Everyone with the respect he has given the that inspiration basically. See, they all came knowing that in this divine form, Paramatma taken this human form. So they all came, and then though they are asking as a sages, he gave the respect to them, and then he showed his Purushottama. He is exhibited that. That is the reason it has been called as Maryada Purushottama. Irrespective of all the the clan, basically, you can call it as Sairam.
Thank you so much, brother.
Sairam, Sairam. Sairam, sister Niladri Moharana, brother Sairam.
Sairam, thank you so much for this session and about the divine Sri Ram. So you nicely explained about the Maryada Purushottam. One more thing, I can say that Purushottama, we can split it Purusha and the best among Purusha. Is it not so? We can explain like this. He's the best among the Purusha.
So
And
Swami,
second thing, please
this
explain
is the
one
first thing
second.
which we. Okay, yeah, please go ahead.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And
You
second
want to
thing,
ask
that
something
Patita
else?
Bhava. Please 1 second, Patita Bhava. Yeah,
So,
yeah.
see,
Please explain that Patita
Purushottama.
Bhava.
Sure, brother Sairam. Thank you. So, the excerpts has been taken from the Swami's discourses only very clearly. Swami, see, the understanding about the Purusha, each one is a human only. By form, we look like everyone is a human, but every human has all the qualities: animal, demon qualities, and also has human qualities. And the people, those who are seekers, going in the aspirants, spiritual aspirant, they may also have the divine qualities. So all those things which they will be having those features. Likewise, but can we call him as Purusha? So Swami is very clearly telling that the Purusha, who is one who has feeling consciousness in the entire body. The Atma Tattva, when is going with the person, selfless love, selfless service, has a complete love, and then doing that particular activity, whatever the karma he is doing, meaning whatever the action he is doing, with the devotion, with the love, with gnana, and without, it's a selfless act, he is doing it. So for him, who is the one giving that particular inspiration? So for all Purushas, who is the role model, he is the best, who has showcased that in practice, is Purushottama. It's nothing but Lord Paramatma himself. So here Paramatma taken the human form as Lord Sri Rama, as Lord Sri Sathya Sai. So he will be my Purushottama. Because I need to merge in Purushottama. So that's the reason. And then the Maryada Purushottama is very down to earth. Irrespective of your your current whatever the gunas you are following, he came to Guha, he came to Shabari, he has taken care of Jatayu. Even he has given to demonic Maricha also. So it's Maryada Purushottama. And Patita Pavana, the man, whoever is the person, whoever is adoring him, completely praying him, completely earning for him, for his salvation with him, want to merge in him, he has given so much of, with so much of Karna Rasa, with so much of compassion. This compassionate Rama went to their place itself. He went to Bharadwaja Ashrama. As we are all know, Bharadwaja is the sage who has taken 3 lives to do a self-inquiry, to understand the complete, the divinity. And then he did his own self-inquiry, then he became the Brahmarshi. To respect him, he went to his ashramas. And of course, he has taken his Gotra. When he asked for a boon, he has taken his Gotra in Satya Sai avatar. So it's a Patita Pavana, basically. So what else we can showcase the examples for the Patita Pavana? So Lord Sri Rama himself is, Swami has given a Ramachandrudai, that our Kirtana is there. All the students will sing that Kirtan. Swami is so compassionate in Rama's avatar. And that is the reason Swami tells about his avatar Vaibhava. He will talk about his avatara, saying that Yugadharma Paddatul, that that Padhyam is there completely. Yugadharma Paddatul Vigilitamai Nayamar Vidya Narpu Kuraku, Lokamul Kallolamunda, Sanmargamana Chupu Kurku, like this, he will tell all the statements saying that in the profound statement, he will say that basically he will tell Treta Cheppina Mata Tirchu Koraku. The last line he will say Treta Cheppina Mata Tirchu Koraku. Meaning in Treta Yuga, whatever I have told, whatever I have given, whatever I committed to fulfill that, avatarinchanu achyutudu avaniyandu Vasudevakya Sri Sai Vasudevakya Sri Sai Vasudha Chauri. He has come into the human form again. He has descended as an avatar of Sri Satya Sai. That's what Swami tells. So he loved, he is a very compassionate, he has taken the first human form and then he has done this entire process as a role model. That is the reason whatever has been explained in Vedas, he has showed in this human form, showcased that how to practice that in the human form. That is the reason even you call him as Veda Purusha. Sairam. Sairam, brother. Hey, please let me know if you have any questions, Brother Milad.
Yeah, it's okay. Thank you.
Sairam. Thank you, brother. Sairam, Brother Ravi S.
Sairam sir, thank you very much for the very wonderful presentation. I just had one question. See, you said that Jatayu got salvation, but I heard Swami telling somewhere that his pet elephant, Sai Gita, though she was so devoted to Swami, she had to be born again. I don't know how far it is true, but I heard it somewhere. Because Swami was speaking to the students, and one of the students asked whether Sai Gita attained salvation. Then Swami said, no, he did not. I wanted to know what is the reason for that.
Sairam, sir. Yes, Swami has told, and then many times students also is told, and discussion when happens to the students, this topic will come. Sai Gitama. Yeah. So there are two things are there, basically the salvation and moksha, liberation, and the kaivalya, basically the merging with. So both are different, where Swami himself will told way in the Satya Sai Vahini, and also in couple of points in Vidya Vahini also, Swami very clearly will tell about the moksha part. Moksha is a temporary, whereas Kaivalyam is permanent.
Okay, sir. Okay.
So the person who went through that divine activities, and then which is very much adored by, and the God has very much showed Daiva Krupa on him, he may get the liberation. But until that particular the period is over, then he has to go through again Janana Marana, birth and life and death, birth and basically death cycle. He has to come into that particular cycle. And then he has to completely, until he get the Kaivalya, he has to complete that. We can take that as an example. I think we will go ahead in the next Vahinis, we will have more information.
Okay, Sairam, one more question. See, you said looking at other women is a sin. But I think it should be looking at other women with lust is a sin. Because in Shirdi Sai Baba's the Charitra, once Nana was looking at, I have read that when he was looking and then he got disturbed, then the Shirdi Sai said that everything is here for beauty, look at it, but don't get carried away. Let not your senses run after that. That's what he said, I think, right?
Yes. So basically the statement has come like that. Basically, you are perfectly right, sir. Basically, let's not get into the emotional aspects and then not get into the Arishad Varga, basically. The one which you have told already. Even this is looking at us. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Sairam, Sister Indu.
Brother, Sairam brother, your class was a very meaningful one. Sir, I think my question is not at all a spiritual one. I'm asking, can I ask it, sir? Sairam?
Is this related to this concept, ma?
Related to Rama, okay. Nowadays, we are living in this world, I think. Sometimes father and mother will give us wrong commands. Sometimes it will not be in Dharma, sometimes they will not be giving commands, wrong commands. If a person is obeying what she or he is saying, then what will happen in the family? I'm thinking it whenever I am reading the Ramayana, I have this doubt.
The discrimination part, sister, basically.
Okay.
Is that the same question, sister? Is there any other question, sister?
No, sir, Sairam, you please clarify it. How can we lead it? If we are obeying the father and mother commands, and at the same time, if we are blindly following the command, what will happen to in the family? So please clarify it better.
Sairam, so both examples are there in Ramayana. So basically, say for example, we discussed last sessions like discrimination, identifying the divinity in others, basically that Viveka is supposed to be there. So Swami tells Rama has that, Rama showcase that discrimination when he is going to, during his exile, when he's going in a chariot, is leaving, Sumantra is taking him in a chariot, and then when he's leaving to forest, Dasharatha orders Sumantra to drive back to palace with Sri Rama and not to proceed to forest. Dasharatha orders Sumantra to drive back to palace with Sri Rama and not to proceed the forest. Then last Rama asks Sumantra to proceed to forest, as this order is from a father in despair and not from a king, and hence need not to be adhered to. So as a Raja Dharma, he will tell need not to follow the orders of Dasharatha. You go ahead with the forest. As a father, he is in despair basically. And he, whatever the boons has given, he will get down when in front of Mata Kaikeyi. So he don't want that to be happen. So he used that discrimination. The discrimination, when you will utilize that Viveka, when it is called Viveka, when you are very much committing to the Dharma. What is Dharma? Dharma, again, very clearly we discussed. It has to give Ananda. It has to ensure that responsibility, it has to make sure that it has to be according to the responsibility only, according to its object, what qualities only. So in these cases, very clearly Ramayana gives both examples. Father has given both.
Okay, brother Sairam.
The ideal son has taken. Yeah, Sairam. Thanks, ma.
Sairam.
Sairam, sister Rukmini.
Sairam, sir.
Sairam, ma.
Am I audible?
Very much, ma.
Yeah, Sairam, sir. My question is, when Lord Sri Rama killed Vali, he did not speak to Vali or advise him, but he directly killed him. So does that mean that when a person is unrighteous, when we are meeting somebody and we know that that person is unrighteous, it is better to avoid engaging in a dialogue? It is better to entertain or engage in a dialogue and avoid that person?
Okay, so this question is very much, we say we need to do a kind of, we'll do even before going to the Ravana, we fight with the Ravana also, he will send an ambassador, right? Basically the Angada will go, and then after that only the war will start.
Yes.
He do
Yes.
that religiously with Ravana, but he has not done with Vali, because he has not done the war directly with him, whereas with for the support of his friend he went there. I'm not giving any kind of a diplomatic answer here. Basically, if you look into the situation where he is very firmly believed that this man is not going in the righteous path, and he has already done the damage as much as, and he has given the boon, I mean, I say he has given the commitment to his friend, ensuring that he is going to make him as a king of Kishkinda. All these commitments he has given, and that other person is not in a righteous way, very clearly he is a cruel man, not allowing this. So that cruelty he want to eradicate, he executed it.
So when we have to, when we are faced, I am looking it from the perspective of how we apply principles of Rama in our daily life. What all you explained so beautifully, how we have to see him as our role model and put it into practice. We have heard Swami also speak so beautifully about Sri Rama. So when we try to follow his principles, so from that perspective, I was asking that whether when we know that some person is not righteous, he is not he is not of a good nature. So is, of course we can't kill him. This is that's not possible.
So Swami,
But we can avoid him. We can not engage in dialogue. Like there is no use speaking to him or trying to advise him. Do can we do that at least? What do we
Swami
do in
said,
such situations?
Swami said, if you are there in that situation, you please run away from the, like as if some fire is happening, if some fire accident is happening, from there, if you, how you will run from that particular place, in that way you run from that evil discussions, not, which is not allowed, basically, which will attract your mind, it will divert your mind itself. So come out of that and then run away. This is what Swami has told.
Sai Ram sir, thank you so
Don't
much.
give that chance to them.
Yes,
Sai Ram.
run away
Because-
from bad company.
Yes. Sai Ram. Sai Ram. Thank you, sister. Sai Ram. Sai Ram, brother Neeraj.
Sairam, brother.
Sai Ram.
My question is generic related to course actually. We all got one calendar from you, wherein you had given some days and the concept or topic to be discussed and by whom also. Like today you are doing it. So there are some subjects here. For example, today is 20th April. It's written Divine Character of Sri Rama, right? If I see the Ramakatha Rasvahini part 1 and part 2 shared by you, I am not able to correlate these subjects with the chapter numbers actually. Will it be possible for that we can have this calendar with the subjects in the bracket? We can mention chapter 1 to chapter 4 or chapter 5 to chapter 7, something like that, which all chapters are going to be covered? Or is it generic which you are sharing, or how we have to, as a student, follow it? Thank you so much, Sai Ram.
Sai Ram, thank you, brother Neeraj. It's already explained in our brochure, and also previous sessions while we are talking the inaugural session day, Sundar sir, Sri Sundar Anantaraman sir has explained. See, this course is go in two different aspects. One is the student will go through the Vahini. He will study the Vahini, not only the reading. He will study the Vahini, all the chapters of Vahini in a particular time period. Say we will be giving the schedule, right? In that schedule, within that time, we can cover all the chapters, study the chapters, ensure that you are understanding that particular Vahini. This is one aspect. The
Right.
other aspect is the essence of that particular Vahini. Say, for example, if I go with Dharma Vahini, Stri Dharma, Purusha Dharma, Samaja Dharma, this different will be there. But it is picked up from the entire Vahini. Lord Sri Rama is there from first chapter to last chapter. Or he might be there in some 20 chapters. So what I'm saying is, the course is like the second aspect is essence of the Vahini has been taken into and considered them as concepts.
Okay.
So for example, if I look into it, basically, 1 minute, I'll just give you the clarity. So in Ramayana, in Ramakatha Rasavahini, what the concepts you have? Inner significance of Ramayana, divine character of Lord Sri Rama, dialogue between Sri Rama and Sri Sita, divine character of Hanuman, Lakshmana Sharanagati, dialogues between Rama and Bharata. So it's different. And again, in these concepts, while they are explaining, while the speakers are talking about that particular concept, they will also take the divine discourses. It's not only in the Vahini.
Agreed.
They'll also take the excerpts from the discourses. So that while they are explaining, they have done that particular homework with that discourses, kind of references, giving references and all those things, so that you will get a understanding about what are all the discourses, main discourses of those particular concepts. Swami talked about it and what has been explained in the Vahini, and myself, Swadhyaya is going on. That is Adhyayana, or you can call it a study of the Vahini is going on. Together, it is a completeness for the Sri Satya Sai Sahitya. Swami Vachanamrita and Swami Sudhamrita, what Vahini Swami has given. Vahini Sudhamrita. Both are clubbing together here now. So you will have the overall understanding. So these are all the two aspects. Both go hand in hand. Now, as a student, there will be a quiz and exam. Quizzes are based on the chapters. Exam is 80%, or I can say 100% also some of the cases, are from the concept files and few questions may from the Vahini also. So as a student, you will be doing this complete study, listening the various discourses, references, and also the characteristics, the concepts of that main concepts of the Vahini, so that you will get some completeness, and you will do the quizzes, which will give you manana of the chance, your study, and then you will be completing the exam, so that you are completing the entire, the overall, call it as an update about the Vahini. Clear, brother? This is
I
what
understood.
Vahini is
I understood. So according to you, the quizzes and the question answer will come from the Vahini content which have been shared with us.
It is not according to me, it is according to the course.
Yeah. No. What I'm saying that what I understood from your statement. That's what I'm saying. Okay.
So the questions
am
will
I right
come from the Vahini chapters.
Vahini chapter, right?
Quizzes will have Vahini chapters, and quiz will have this chapter 1 to 8. This quiz 2 will have chapter 9 to 13. Like that, numbers will be there. Only for the Ramakatha Rasavahini, for our understanding. Later part, the quizzes will be there from the quiz 1 means the first part of the, basically the Bhagavad Vahini. So Bhagavad Vahini has more number of chapters. So you will first initial quiz, it's an initial understanding. Quiz 2 will have more.
And as per the calendar, by 15th of June, we should complete, as a student I'm talking, we should complete Ramakatha Rasavahini by 15th of June, because that is the last session you have for that.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, sir. Sai Ram.
So 15th June means there will be lot. See, the May month we has almost like 5 weeks. June will have another 1 week, 6. And here we are already come across with 3 weeks, 9 weeks or 8 weeks. In these 8 weeks, we can complete the Ramakatha Rasavahini study. The beauty of Ramakatha. So, and you will be completing the quizzes. Main exam may fall after the last session.
Fine.
Sairam, brother.
Sairam.
Is it clear, brother, now? Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you
so
for
much,
all your
Sairam.
questions, which will be giving the clarity to others also.
Yes, Sairam.
Hi, Ram.
Because
Thank
I'm
you.
trying to keep pace with the, day by day, how much chapters to be completed, because there is one written content in PDF or book. There is one second thing I have tried to find out from the YouTubes on the Audible books also, same thing.
Yeah, yes, yes.
So
brother.
I have tried to make a correlation between, because chapter number 1 of the book is not same there. They have made one chapter into 3 Audible books also.
Yes, yes.
So that's why I was trying to
So
correlate.
basically, now you understood, right? This is the this is the second aspect. It's a different
Yeah.
aspect.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you,
brother.
sir.
Thank
Sairam.
you. Sairam.
Sairam, yeah. One small
yes, sir.
query, Sairam. Based on this recent discussion, what you are having, so quizzes will be from the Vahini, well and good, no problem. But exam, you said, will be from the concepts which are there. Sairam, I'm referring to the last week in interactions where all the PDFs would be uploaded at the end of 1 year after all the sessions are over. Sir, as we listen to the discourse, sometimes we are missing out the points to write down because we are spending more time on listening. So is it fine to ask or request that the Ramakatha Rasavahini modules PowerPoint is uploaded after Ramakrishna, after Ramakatha Rasavahini, so that we could review these slides once again before we write the exam? Sairam.
Sairam, brother, mostly the sorry. Somebody opened it. Sairam, can you? Okay. Brother, we will open mostly the concept files in next one in a week or 2 weeks time, because we'll make sure that you are all accessible to the concept files. The reason is not immediately not open is because as a tendency, we will more attracted to the PPT's presentations and then go through it. Study of the Vahini is very much important. That is the priority one. Second is a concept file. So we will give some time for you people to go through all the Vahini concepts and the chapters, then open the concept file in a week or 10 days. That's the basic meaning.
Sairam, sir.
Thank you,
Sairam,
sir.
sir. Mahendra, sir.
Sairam, sir.
Mahendra, sir. Sairam, sir. Anil Kumar Regala.
Sairam, sir.
See, the exam is also from Vahini text itself, from Ramakatha Rasavahini.
Ha, sir.
That's what. No, he missed the point. He said the exam is from this concepts, not from PPTs. Exam is from Ramakatha Rasavahini. The text.
Both are there, sir. Concept files
Yes,
and
yes,
also
concept
the
files. Yeah, text.
concept files and then chapters.
Sorry.
We are running out of the time, sir. Already 5:10. We'll close it as early as possible. So Aishwarya, sister Aishwarya, any kind of question?
So Sairam, I have a just very little small question. That it is like since we are going through the journey of learning all the Vahinis, interfacing the concept that Swami has told us. So I just want to clarify one thing. Like right now, I'm going through Ramakatha Rasavahini. I have a separate English book for that, but the English content and Hindi content similar for all the other Vahinis like Dharma Vahini, Bhagavad Gita Vahini, because a hard copy of that means all the other Vahinis are available in Hindi medium in my home right now. So like hard copies in Hindi. So can I prefer that, or should I prefer the new version of Vahinis, or buy new version of books for the same to get more clarity or more updated learning?
Sairam, if what my only suggestion is better, if we are going through the Sudhamrita course in English language, please have the English copies so that you will have some understanding. And say, for example, I am very much comfortable in my mother tongue, and my mother tongue books are there available already. You can also have an additional extra copy, and you have an English copy also, so that you can do justice for the entire, so that the right words, basically the wording. If I'm doing the course in my mother tongue and then writing the quiz in mother tongue, then both will be, coincide, basically the wordings. But the wording in English will be different, whereas in mother tongue, it will be a different word. So to ensure that you please have that.
Okay, means I'm just asking because I don't have a problem with the conversion part. I can convert Hindi words in English very well and English into Hindi as well.
No need
Just
of
I just want to
convert. Basically, you have already English copies. You have already Hindi copies. You just have a kind of a recheck, review, basically, while you are studying it between them. Okay. Already transformed, already translated versions are there. Translations are available.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking just to get the clear gist of it. Okay. Thank you so much, sir.
Sairam, thank you. Sairam, brothers and sisters, thank you very much for joining the Vahini Sudhamrita session. We will conclude and thank you for all the question and hope we have clarified the things. If you have any kind of questions, if you feel that you need more information, please send a message to us so that we will do a review and then we'll give the updates in the WhatsApp. And the Siksha portal user IDs and passwords has been already delivered to the all the students. Whoever is not received, whoever is not able to do, they please click on no in the poll. I will wait another 3 to 5 days, another 3 days, and then take all the no. Whoever is clicked on no, I will take all those numbers and I will have the configuration, do the configuration of password configuration. I will do it and will send the username and password separately to them and ensure that they are all able to access the web portal. That is the reason we kept the poll there. Sairam, thank you very much. We will go ahead with the conclusion of the session. Sairam, Sister Sai Kirtana, please send a message to us so that we will go ahead and answer you. Yeah. Sairam.
Okay, sir.
Asato ma sadgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityorma amritangamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Samastalokaah Sukhino Bhavantu. Samastalokaah Sukhino Bhavantu. Samastalokaah Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की जय। Sai Ram everyone. Sai Ram. Thank you everyone.
Sai Ram brother.
Ram.
Sir.